him.
I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Smack-a-ma-gob, it's time for the only news that matters. And during a recent appearance on Rock Talk with Emily, Michael Sweet said he regrets one Sellout Stryper album. He says, well, I think sometimes there's a misinterpretation of my love-hate for that album and Against the Law. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I respect it for what it is. It's a good album. We had one of the best producers in the world, Tom Warman. One of the best engineers, Eddie Delana. We recorded it at the record plant, some of the best studios in the world. It turned out great. The thing I'm not proud of on that album is, as I was just saying, it's selling out. I feel like we sold out. Lyrically, we were trying to be another band, talking about going to parties, hanging out, two-time woman, all that stuff. It didn't feel right for me singing it. Some of those lyrics, they felt wrong. So it was a sellout to me, musically. I felt it was a bit of a sellout. It sounded a little bit more Van Halen at times than Stryper. Stryper has a very unique sound. We should be proud of that, not trying to run from that. And then we lost the Yellow and Black, which is such an important, integral part of who we are. We kind of threw everything out the window and said, let's start over, which is weird. So that's why I have regrets about that album, you know? Against the Law is Stryper's fifth album, released on August 21st, 1990. It had 3 singles, Shining Star, Two-Time Woman, and Lady, but they didn't get much airplay. The album revealed a change in the band's style that switched from yellow and black outfits and the Christian lyrics and the leather outfits and songs about rock and relationships, still with a Christian perspective. The album sold poorly compared to the previous albums. And, you know, before I did this news report, I went back and gave it another chance. Against the Law. I still don't like it. There's 3 decent songs on there. Like I thought, Two Bodies, One Mind. I think it's the vocals that make that song pretty badass. I actually like, you know, I don't love it. I like it. I thought Caught in the Middle was rocking, and All for One is a great tune. Probably the best song on here. And the last song, Rock the Hell Out of You, the chorus is horrible. We will rock the hell out of you. But everything else in that song rocks. I'm a Stryper fan, man. I was since day one. Since the time I heard Loud and Clear on the Metal Shop. I ran out and bought that EP before Soldiers came out. Then when Soldiers came out, I bought that as well, the white vinyl. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody out there that knows this. I think Soldiers of the Command, the original pressing back in the day, in the 80s, was only white vinyl. Am I correct on that? I think they only made white vinyl back then. I don't know about now. But, yeah, and they came down here. They played the War Memorial Auditorium in Fort Lauderdale, which I've never seen a show there since. It was a place for wrestling. They had wrestling shows and some other stuff. I think like car expos and stuff. But the only time a rock band ever played there was Stryper, and I went. Soldiers of the Command Tour in 1985. It was badass. I caught a Bible that night. I have a Bible. I have a Stryper Bible. But you see, here's the weird thing though. I love Stryper because I thought they rocked. I didn't like their ballady side of stuff. And also at that same time, I was a big fanatic of Merciful Fate. So, here I love Satan music, and I love this music they're singing about Jesus. It didn't bother me. I didn't care. I didn't become a born-again Christian, and I didn't become a devil worshiper. But I gotta admit, I like the devil music a little more than Stryper. But hey, man, that's not saying. At least I like Stryper. I'm not so closed-minded. Oh, man, they ain't singing about Satan, fuck them. But, man, if you sing about Satan and you say Satan over and over again on those 80s Merciful Fate albums and Lucifer and all that shit was awesome. Now, when you sing about Jesus this, Jesus that, I don't think it has the same bite. I like it. I'm not saying I don't like it. I do like it. But I like Satan more. Does that make me a Satanist? What Satanist would love Stryper, huh? I don't know. That'd be a weird, I don't know. That's like Jews for Hitler. You know what I mean? And going back to the Against the Law album, listening to it today, yeah, it's bad Van Halen. I mean, it's not Vangina bad, but still, it's bad. It's, has these, groovy riffs. It just doesn't work. And there's one song on there called Not That Kind of Guy, which is kind of like a faster tempo Van Halen song, like I'm the One. And it fails miserably. At the time, I remember Michael Sweet in interviews saying, well, we've been in a box, we've been put in a box, and you're this and you're that, and we want to break out of that box. I think the timing was horrible. If they wanted to break out of the box, really they should have did it after To Hell with the Devil. I think In God We Trust really, really hurt them. They were still playing arenas and stuff, but after that, I saw the Against the Law tour in a little club on South Beach with Trickster opening. So, it went down quick because, To Hell with the Devil did great. They were playing arenas, and then from the strength of To Hell with the Devil, In God We Trust kept them in arenas. But, yeah, it soon fizzled out, because In God We Trust was a horrible decision. That's a real pop album. I mean, there are some gems on there. Like, I love Writing on the Wall. And The Rain is pretty cool. And the title track with the rest it's garbage. And I think that's what killed Stryper. They should have went heavier on In God We Trust. I think that would have helped their career stay a little longer. Yeah, they would have died by Nirvana, that's for sure. But, they died before Nirvana. Against the Law was before Nirvana. They probably could have made it all the way. If they would have released 2 more killer kick-ass albums, even heavier than To Hell with the Devil, it would have done great. But I will say, and I've said it a million times before, I think Stryper releases their best music now than they did in the 80s. My favorite Stryper album is The Fallen. And I love Goddamn Evil was great. Even The Devil Believes is awesome. I didn't like the last one was called, but I mean, not the last. The last one's good. The Final Battle. I didn't like that one. It had one good song on it. But the last one was good. I still don't say it's as good as everything between No More Hell to Pay and Even the Devil Leaves. That right there, those albums are my favorite Stryper albums. No More Hell to Pay, The Fallen, Goddamn Evil, and Even the Devil Believes. Those 4 albums are my favorite Stryper albums. And I love To Hell with the Devil. I love the EP, Yellow and Black Attack, and Soldiers. But I don't love them as much as their later stuff. And I don't think I can say that about any band. I don't think there's any band out there that I prefer their newer music to their classic stuff. Stryper, I'd have to think about that, but I don't think so. Maybe there's a band that released all their best album later on, but not 4 in a row. Anyway, yeah, I know it's not cool like Stryper. Even in the 80s, you know, I was seen as not cool, man, that you listen to Stryper. But you're cool, you listen to Merciful Fate. That's good, you know. I don't give a fuck, man. Fuck rules, you know. And I've said this before too. I think the most rebellious metal band ever is Stryper. Totally, they are the epitome of you know, rebels in a metal, you know, satanic music, devil music, loving heavy metal. You know, they entered heavy metal with Jesus and God, and boy, that pisses a lot of people off. I know, because I'm a fan, and I see how people get even pissed at me for liking a band that sings about Jesus and God. I don't give a rat's ass, man. I don't care if Rob Halford sings about gay stuff. And he has. It don't matter, Satan, God, gay stuff. If the song kicks ass, the song kicks ass. And on a side note, for Satanists, you are not a true Satanist unless you go against all of God's laws. And God does not like the gay lifestyle. So you must suck cock to be a true Satanist. Because if you don't, that makes you a satanic poser. Thank you so much for watching The Only News That Matters. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I would really appreciate that, and ring that little notification bell. That'd be awesome. Hey, and like the video. That'd be awesome too for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and smack 'em a gob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.